Welcome to the show, folks. We're diving deep into some seriously trippy stuff today. We're talking about dark entities, man. But not the kind you see in horror movies. These are the unseen forces messing with your energy, your thoughts, your whole vibe. We're going to break down their playbook, their sneaky tactics, the whole 9 yards. Today, we'll uncover how these forces manipulate, feed on, and control human energy, and how you can recognize and neutralize them. You'll learn to spot their game a mile away and walk through this world with your eyes wide open. So buckle up, get ready for some truth bombs, and let's expose these suckers for what they really are. All right. So imagine this. You're hyped, you're amped up, you think you're about to hit the jackpot. You go to this reality TV audition, right? You're pouring your heart out, you're giving it your all, thinking, this is it, this is my ticket. And then bam, rejection. They crush your dreams, they crush your spirit, you're left feeling lower than a snake's belly. That, my friends, is classic dark entity playbook. They dangle that carrot, that illusion of hope, that quick fix, only to yank it away and leave you feeling totally depleted. It's the same thing in toxic relationships, man. Think about it. The love bombing at the beginning, the intense connection, the promises whispered in the dark. You're thinking you've found the one, but it's all a setup, a facade. They reel you in with that false sense of security, and then boom, the mask comes off, the manipulation, the control, the emotional beatdown, it all comes crashing down. It's like they feed off your pain, man. That's why it's so important to be discerning, to not buy into the hype. Don't get me wrong, hope is a powerful thing, but blind faith, that's where they get you. You've got to be able to detach, to step back and see the situation for what it really is. You've got to be willing to walk away from anything that doesn't serve you, from anyone who doesn't have your best interests at heart. You ever feel like you're running on a treadmill, man? You're putting in the work, you're sweating, you're exhausted, but you're not getting anywhere? That's another one of their classic moves, the carrot on a stick. They dangle this illusion of success, of fulfillment, of happiness, just out of reach. You keep chasing it, thinking, just a little bit further, just a little bit closer, but you never actually arrive. Think about pyramid schemes, man. They promise you riches, financial freedom, the whole 9 yards, but it's all built on a lie, a foundation of sand. You're constantly hustling, recruiting, trying to climb that ladder. But the only ones getting rich are the ones at the very top. It's a rigged game, man. And it's not just money, it's spiritual grifters too. They prey on your desire for enlightenment, for a deeper connection to something bigger than yourself. They promise you the secrets to the universe, the keys to unlocking your true potential, but it's all nonsense. They're just lining their pockets while you're left feeling empty and unfulfilled. The key here, folks, is to set hard limits. Don't be afraid to say no to things that don't feel right. Question everything. Question the goals you're chasing. Question the people you're following. Question the systems you're participating in. Are they actually serving you? Or are they just keeping you trapped on that treadmill? Have you noticed how everyone's at each other's throats these days? It's like we've completely lost sight of our shared humanity, man. We're constantly bombarded with these narratives, these ideologies that tell us we have to pick a side, that we have to fight for our tribe. But here's the thing, it's all manufactured. It's a tactic, man, a way to keep us divided and distracted. Think about the media, man. They thrive on outrage, on conflict, on drama. They take a story, any story, and they spin it, they twist it, they manipulate it to fit their agenda. They pit us against each other, left versus right, black versus white, rich versus poor. It's all a distraction from the real issues, from the people in power who are pulling the strings. And it's not just the media, man, it's everywhere. It's in our politics, it's in our social circles, it's even in our families. We're constantly being fed this us versus them mentality, and it's tearing us apart. The only way to combat this, folks, is to focus on our common humanity. We're all in this together, man. We all want the same things: love, connection, happiness, security. We need to start seeing each other as human beings, not as enemies. We need to start having real conversations, even when they're uncomfortable. We need to start bridging the divides, not widening them. Chapter 4. The Honeypot Trap, Temptation to Addiction. Let's talk about temptation, man. It's all around us, 24/7. We live in a world of instant gratification, of endless distractions, of easy access to anything and everything our little hearts desire. And you know what? Dark entities, they know this. They use it against us. They set those traps, those honeypots, filled with things that feel good in the moment, but ultimately lead to our downfall. Think about social media, man. Those algorithms, they're designed to keep you hooked. They feed you a constant stream of content, tailored to your interests, your desires, your fears. You get lost in that endless scroll, chasing that dopamine hit, and before you know it, hours have gone by. You've wasted your time, your energy, your life, on what? On likes, on follows, on validation from strangers. And it's not just social media, man, it's processed food, it's pornography, it's video games, it's anything that can be used to numb you out, to distract you from what really matters. These things, they become addictions, man. They take over your life, they control your thoughts, they dictate your actions. The key here, folks, is conscious consumption. Be aware of what you're putting into your body, into your mind, into your life. Ask yourself, is this serving me? Is this helping me become the best version of myself? Or is this just another distraction, another way to numb the pain, to fill the void? Chapter 5, the gaslighting vortex reality distortion. Ever been in a situation, man, where you start to question your own sanity? You know something's off, something's not right, but you can't quite put your finger on it. And then someone comes along, someone you trust, and they start telling you you're imagining things, that you're being paranoid, that you're crazy. That, my friends, is gaslighting. It's a form of psychological manipulation designed to make you doubt your own perception of reality. Think about narcissistic abuse, man. The narcissist, they create this distorted reality where they're always the victim, they're always right, and you're always the problem. They twist your words, they deny your experiences, they make you feel like you're going insane. And it's not just in personal relationships, man, it's happening on a larger scale too. Governments, media outlets, corporations, they're all engaging in this memory holding. They're rewriting history, erasing events, controlling the narrative to fit their agenda. The only way to combat this, folks, is to trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. Keep records, document everything, write down your experiences. Surround yourself with people you trust, people who will validate your reality, and most importantly, don't let them break you. We all crave guidance, man. We all want someone to tell us what to do, how to live our lives, how to be happy. And that's where the false saviors come in. They swoop in with all the answers, all the solutions, all the promises of a better tomorrow. They position themselves as the only way out, the only path to salvation. But here's the thing, they don't want you to be free. They need you to be dependent. Think about cult leaders, man. They create these systems of belief, these ideologies that are designed to control every aspect of your life. They tell you what to think, what to wear, who to talk to, who to love. They isolate you from your friends, your family, from anyone who might challenge their authority. And it's not just cults, man. It's happening in politics, in religion, even in self-help movements. People are looking for answers. They're looking for someone to follow, and there's always someone ready to take advantage of that. The key here, folks, is to question everything. Don't just blindly follow someone because they have charisma, because they have a platform, because they tell you what you want to hear. Question their motives, question their methods, question their results, and most importantly, develop your own inner guidance system. You have all the answers you need within yourself, man. Ever feel like you're living in a bubble, man? Like everyone around you agrees with you, everyone thinks the same way, everyone sees the world through the same lens? That's an echo chamber, my friends. It's a closed system where information is carefully curated, where dissenting voices are silenced, where the same narratives are repeated ad nauseum until they become unquestionable truths. Think about social media algorithms, man. They show you what they think you want to see, what they think you'll agree with. They create these filter bubbles where you're only exposed to information that confirms your existing biases. And it's not just social media, man. It's happening in our political parties, in our religious institutions, in our families. We surround ourselves with people who think like us, who believe what we believe, and we shut out anyone who dares to challenge our worldview. The only way to break free from this, folks, is to actively seek out opposing viewpoints. Listen to people you disagree with, read books that challenge your beliefs, expose yourself to different perspectives, and most importantly, spend time in silence. Disconnect from the noise, from the constant barrage of information, and reconnect with your own inner voice. Here's the thing about evil, man. It rarely announces itself with a bang. It doesn't show up one day in a puff of smoke, horns and all. No, evil is insidious. It creeps in slowly, gradually, almost imperceptibly. It normalizes itself. It becomes part of the background noise until one day you wake up and you realize the world has changed. Think about the erosion of privacy rights, man. It happens slowly over time with each new piece of legislation, with each new technological advancement. We traded our freedom for convenience, for security, for the illusion of progress. And it's not just privacy, man. It's the mainstreaming of degeneracy, the normalization of violence, the desensitization to suffering. We're bombarded with so much negativity, so much darkness, that we become numb to it. We accept it as the new normal. The only way to combat this, folks, is to stay vigilant. Pay attention to the small changes, the subtle shifts. Compare the present to the past. Ask yourself, Is this the world I want to live in? Is this the future I want for my children? And if the answer is no, then you have a responsibility to speak up, to resist, to fight for a better tomorrow. Look, we've covered some heavy stuff today, but I want you to know there's hope. Remember, these mechanisms only work if you participate. You have the power to choose awareness, to choose sovereignty. You have the power to say no to manipulation, to refuse to be controlled, to break free from the matrix. Stay awake, stay sovereign. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, stay vigilant and empowered.